Hello everybody and welcome in to Simply Blossoming Tarot. I am Gigi and this is my channel. I keep laughing at myself, so I keep like having to stop and start over. But anyway, I'm keeping it. We rolling with it. We going whatever. Okay. I have finally. Actually, the name came to me even before I started doing these little chit chat videos. But the title of these videos are going to be called Soul School. Even if I decide to go over on Instagram and do some things over there, maybe like Saturdays or Sundays on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, it will be called Soul School as well. So yeah, and I love the name Soul School just because it's connected to why we're here. It's connected to us finding our passion. It's connected to us connecting with our soul's purpose, you know, while we're here and all that stuff. And so these are like messages that are like good for the soul, you know what I mean? And all of these messages are inspired by spirit. So I'm trying to do these like on a weekly basis because I always get messages from spirit. But once you grow, you can discern the messages that are meant for yourself and the messages that are meant for the collective specifically. Okay. So, and like this morning, like the ancestors were just speaking and speaking and speaking. So, and it was so beautiful because they pretty much dropped in my system. I guess you could say system, but dropped in my spirit two things. Okay, so I'm going to share these two things with you. And this is what I mean. Like, remember how I was talking about with the whole New Age to Jesus stuff, yada, yada, yada. How those people are now trying to do prophetic videos or whatever, and how I was speaking on how spirit and your ancestors they'll send you a message and then they'll build on it, they'll expand on it, they'll keep sending you things to connect that whole message, you know. And when I wake up in the morning, I don't really have the idea of like, oh, I'm going to film today, like, oh, I'm going to do a chit chat video today. It's just like I know the energy of when spirit is like pushing me to speak, and spirit's like, okay, I gave you two things. So what's going on? So excuse me. So that's why I'm here. Okay. So what we're gonna be speaking on, I'm gonna hit on very gently, I guess, Mars retrograde, and then we're gonna get into the messages. Okay, so Mars is retrograde in Aries, and I'm gonna talk about a message that came through in the weekly over on Patreon. You can join the Patreon family if you would like. It's only $5 buckaroos, and you get weekly messages. Okay, so Mars is retrograde in the sign of Aries. Aries is the sign of like action, being like very outspoken, being it's almost borderline argumentative, you know. And Mars is connected to that warrior energy, you know. So just putting it out there, make sure that you're staying grounded this week, and that came through very loudly in the weekly for so I did the weekly for September 7th to September the 14th. Okay, so yeah, from Monday to Monday pretty much. So I'm over here looking at my calendar. But so this week, we're gonna be in that energy of like agitation, argumentation, conflict, and also it can affect you in a sense of your energy. You can feel lethargic. So or just sluggish or sleepy. So this week, make sure you're working out, you know. I'm trying my best I can, you know, to work out. But I like doing yoga because it hits two things. It hits the spiritually, the energetic energy within your body. It keeps flowing, so there's no stagnant energy. It's really good for the lymphatic system as well. And that's a system that doesn't have like the heart to like pump it. Like it just, you have to like, you know, through massages or dry brushing or whatever, like literally like touching your body and all that stuff. So anyway, so there's that. So make sure that you're staying grounded this week. I mean, very, very grounded. Get out in nature, start you a garden, Earth energy is very, very loud this week. So go out, go connect with Mother Earth, ground your feet, okay? Walk in the grass barefoot. Go outside and get some sun while, you know, the sun is still, I guess you could say, out, because we're getting ready to step into fall season, okay? Sweater weather, as you can see, okay? And it's actually just cold in the house. It's not cold outside, and I really wanted to wear my sweater, so that is why I have this on. But anyway, so all of that, you know, get outside, get in nature, all of that good stuff. Watch out for arguments, for competition. Really claim your peace, really protect your energy during Mars retrograde. But soul family, tribe, y'all already know y'all should be doing this already, okay? Protecting your energy, keeping up your spiritual maintenance, okay? Hello. But yeah, so that's that. Now, Spirit was speaking to me about not, okay, we're in this space and time, you know, we're battling a whole pandemic. We are at the beginning of a financial crisis, okay, on a yes, you could say on a domestic level, but could be also global, just depending on which countries actually you know, kind of stayed grounded and withstood the hit, and how they handled with this whole pandemic and everything. So there's that. Stock market's going crazy. Like, what was it, like 2 weeks ago, everybody was like, oh, get stock in Apple and Tesla, da da da, and then like it fucking like took a nosedive and everybody was like, oh my god, I lost all this money. Which, you didn't lose the money, but you're gonna have to keep it in the stocks until it keeps on maturing, and then, you know, whatever, pull it out when you feel like, all right, this is at the peak, you know, because in the stocks, when stuff goes up so high, you know, it's only so much higher it can go, okay? So AKA get your fucking shit out, you know, get your money out. But anyway, so there's that. So yeah, so we're dealing with this pandemic. We're dealing with trying to keep our immune systems in optimal tip-top shape. So that's one thing, you know, trying to focus on our health, try to focus on our wealth as well, money, all of those things. Anyway, what I'm saying is, it's a lot going on. We're living during stressful times, you know, and Spirit has already told me that we're going to start seeing people do weird things. Like, I was driving, and there was this woman just sitting on the side of the road, like, just sitting there, like, at night. It was like maybe like 8 o'clock at night, just sitting there. And then it was something else that I saw that was weird, and Spirit was just saying, like, you're gonna start seeing people do weird things to cope with anxiety, to cope with stress, to cope with depression and things of that nature. So yeah, it's just a lot, you know. Really take care of your mental health as well. I mean, like, that's exactly what I'm saying. We have a lot on our plate right now, making sure our mental health is good, our physical health is good, our emotional health is good. Like, right now is the time to remove people, places, things, habits, whatever, anything that is unhealthy. It's time for you to get that shit the fuck out. Okay, get it out. And I am walking my talk, okay, because I am gearing up to do, for me, I have to work on, what's it called? Like, I'm a person who, like, I'll just be working, and then, like, I'll wait till I'm, like, hungry to eat, and then at that point, I'm eating chips, I'm eating this, like, it's like, you know how you get so hungry to where, like, you're like, I don't feel like cooking, so then I'm, like, DoorDashing shit, or ordering shit, or something, you know, stuff like that. And so, like, I have to get all of that, like, in order as far as, like, my health and stuff, working out and all that stuff. I'm so focused on, like, my business that my, like, chill time, I really wouldn't even say chill time, like my hammock time, that's a goal for me, to get out there and enjoy my time on my hammock, reading my books, whatever, because that's what I really love to do. But if I'm like, okay, well, I got 10 personal readings that I need to do, and it's like, okay, well, I need to get you know, pushing on that, because honestly, my personals come at a steady pace. Like, I'm never all the way down to the bottom where I'm just like, oh, there's no readings to do, you know. So I'm always, I have that Saturn energy in me. I have a Capricorn stellium, whatever you want to call it, Aquarius energy. So I'm like super ruled by Saturn, okay, but it's just in a unique way. I'm very driven when it comes to like what I want to build in my life, not like, oh, I'm working for Bob, like the hood healer say, I'm working for somebody else. I'm not connected with that, you know, so I wouldn't be passionate and very focused on working with that. But anyway, okay, this is what I'm saying. We got a lot going on, but Spirit said, do not give up on your projects. Do not give up on your dreams. Whatever Spirit has downloaded in your spirit personally, okay? Personally. Spirit just said that some of y'all have to make a decision though. Some of y'all are trying to do too many things at one time, and Spirit is like, literally, I need you to focus on one project. I need you to build up one project, okay? And for me, this really hit home because Spirit had dropped some things within my spirit, and I had not did the legwork on it yet. And I'm like, well, I don't know, is the market good for it? Like, you know, just being very in that analytical air energy, okay, that I am, and I just started overthinking it, whatever. And so Spirit was pretty much saying like, it does not matter. It's like, when it's your season, it's your season, okay? The blessings that God has for you, the blessings that Spirit has for you, whatever you call your higher power, those blessings are for you and you only, and your name is on it. So it does not matter what else is going on the outside. And that was another thing Spirit was saying, like, don't be so tapped into the world and what's going on in the world that you forget like your spiritual mission, or like you forget the things that Spirit is trying to download within your spirit that you need to be doing. Like, you're so focused on the external energy that your navigation is off, your GPS is off, you're not listening to your intuition, you know, you're more tapped into the worldly element, you know. And so Spirit's pretty much saying like, we still have work to do, you know. We still have to get these projects out, we still have to get this passion out or whatever, especially if whatever you're doing has a healing basis and it's not centered around I mean, like, you know, yes, you want to charge for your services and things of that nature, but it's not heavily centered around like, I'm desperate, I need this, I need that, you know. It's no. At the basis of what you're doing, right, it needs to be and that's what I'm saying, because for it to be a spiritual mission, for it to be something that Spirit dropped into, you know, dropped into your spirit, it has to be in alignment with your spiritual path, right? So Spirit isn't going to be telling you to do this 99 things, okay? That's a sign of like, I just call it desperation. But Spirit is going to give you things, you know, watch you develop, watch your skills grow and your craft grow or whatever, and then those messages are going to start coming in. Then the names of projects is going to start coming in, how you should do things. And this is now is you, your honorable ancestors, and Spirit all co-creating on this project, right? But you are the physical vessel, so you have to get activated. You have to get activated and to do it. So a lot of things now you have to go back and think. Now you have to make sure whatever you're doing is spirit based. It's not like, oh, I want to get all these followers, I want to do this. It's, you know, that to me, that's just an energy of desperation. Just like, are you genuine in what the fuck you doing? Do you have an integrity in what the fuck you doing? Because if not, it's like you're already starting off on the weird foot, you know. So there's that. But yeah, so Spirit was saying, you know, don't give up on your projects. I know it's a lot going on, but Spirit was just saying, you know, keep going and stay focused. And then this week, it kind of actually, my download and then the weekly energy kind of meshed, because we have the Mars retrograde energy coming in. which is the energy of agitation and argumentation and all of these things, popping off, all of that, jumping the gun on things. Don't jump the gun on stuff now. Do your leg work. And even with Mars in retrograde, even with any retrograde, okay, you can still get things done. But you're going to have to make sure that you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's, that you're doing everything the long way, that you're double checking, you know, that you're not screwing up anything, okay? But now if you're dealing with the mail system, or if you're dealing with, I think my neighbor's dog is just out. But if you're dealing with like other entities, then you may want to try to get things done before. Because it's like, okay, you send something off and then it get lost in the mail because it's Mercury retrograde or whatever, you know. So you have to look into the planet, what that planet represents, and da da da. Okay. So, because you know in retrograde, so specifically Mars retrograde, this would be a good time to reassess like your health regimen and things of that nature. Okay, how you're using your energy and things of that nature. Not necessarily doing a whole new, you know, a whole new workout regimen that you've like never ever done, like you starting Pilates for the first time, right? And then you get to Pilates and goddamn Pilates machine snap or something, you know. Lord, please, hope that does not happen. But you know, just like that energy. But yeah, anyway, I was just saying that the message that I got was in alignment because with this weekly energy, Spirit saying like stay focused. With the Mars retrograde energy, it's a lot going on. Stay focused. Then you have the Earth energy coming in this week, and you know, getting outside, staying grounded, sitting on a tree, whatever it is. So Spirit was just saying that ground yourself, don't jump the gun, but stay focused. You can still get things done at this time. Okay, so that's what pretty much I wanted to share with you guys. And I think I want to pull one card. This is from the Weird Sisters Oracle Grimoire deck. And I actually love it. It's super accurate. And then I think that's it. That's all we're going to cover. Yeah. If you're like in a relationship where you live with certain people, you know, make sure that you're getting your peace within the household as well, because that that Mars retrograde is a lot. And I think we're back into the energy where it's like 6 planets in retrograde. So let's see, what message do we have, Holy Spirit? I'm gonna just pull. Spell for abundance. Bow, bow, bow. What I said. Spirit said, keep on working. Look at that candle for strength. Keep on working, honey. Candle for vitality. I love that. Oh, and then candle for rewards. Okay. So, pull out the green candles. Your prosperity candles. Pull out your yellow candles. Okay. Pull out your red candles for strength. And pink candles can also be used for abundance, okay? Because it's like connected to self-love. But we're going to look into spell for abundance. Abundance. I always say abundance like that. So let's see. It says, imagine a great feast. And we actually got this in the weekly. We got this in the weekly as well. Yeah, it was at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So it says, imagine a great feast set out for you and all your loved ones. What is being shared? Who is enjoying the field of plenty laid out for you? Envision this and know that all this abundance is accessible to you and for all, for it is well deserved. Spelled ingredients is homemade bread or cakes, abalone shells, blessed wine, pearl, and a dreamt up song. This is very interesting because Spirit is also saying that like you can still receive your abundance even in this climate, even in whatever is going on at this time. Like, don't stop working, okay? And also, if you've been feeling like whatever you're doing, like you're ready to quit, don't do it. Don't do that, because it's almost like see, look that. They don't want me to share. It's almost like when I say they, I'm just saying the adversary, okay? you know, the adversary wants you to give up on your dreams. They want you to stop before your abundance hits. I don't know if you've ever seen those little memes or whatever, where it's like one guy pretty much digging for the diamond, and it's another guy underneath him, and then one guy gives up and the diamond was like right there, right? And then the other one, he kept going and he hit the diamond. You see what I'm saying? Like, or he still had some ways to go, but he didn't give up. And the dude who had just gave up was this close to receiving the abundance, to receiving the diamond. So we're in that energy. Like, keep going, keep fighting, keep pressing forward, and just make sure that, oh, okay, thank you, Spirit. And just make sure that whatever you're doing is in alignment, okay? And that is spiritually based, that you just not, like, for instance, and I don't know if Forex is a real thing or not, because I'm not taking that chance. It just seems like a damn pyramid scheme, like everything else, like the blessing circle and all that stuff, right? So right now, a lot of people are experiencing hard times. Like I'm a person. I was just speaking to my sister about this. I'm a person who's very like realistic, and I understand that a lot of Instagram shit is fake. A lot of people are on there lying about their life, how great their life is, how much money they have, and all of this stuff. Like, it's bullshit. I understand real life issues and real life problems. I understand that people literally can get down on their luck, or they just go through a stressful time or whatever. And I mean, it's like people go through their tower moments, bro. Like, that energy is real, you know? So right now, a lot of people are in that energy where, you know, they're getting put out of homes and they're getting evicted and they can't pay this and they can't make ends meet and all of this stuff. That was another message this week, to give. If you have it, give. Okay. But yeah, I'm very realistic. I like real shit. I'm authentic. I'm organic. I don't like all that faking and shaking and shit. Like, you sit there and you act like you've never been through anything or whatever. Like, to me, that's just bullshit. Whatever. You're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. There's ups and downs in this universal energy, period. Okay. And so we have people at this time who are like preying on other people. And it's like, make sure whatever you're doing is very love-based and spirit-based, because if you're just trying to rally in all these people to put money in your pocket, and we're in the midst of a pandemic, we're in the midst of people really having financial issues right now, and you're asking people to put all this money up for this shit and that shit, the karma that you're banking up, okay, the karma that you're banking up, it's not good. It's not good. Because it's like you kicking somebody when they're already down, when they're just trying to like make an honest way of living, or they're just trying to do their best out here, you know? So that was I guess you could say like one thing. Like, whatever you're doing, it needs to be like spirit based, okay? It needs to be spirit based. And like I said, I don't know if Forex is real or not, but I just feel that right now, in the midst of a pandemic, screaming at people, telling people that they broke and all of this stuff, and that they need to put up $200 and all this shit for some fuck shit. If you want to play stocks, you can do that yourself, okay? Currency and all this, you can do that yourself, okay? So it's just kind of like, make sure what you're doing is in alignment at this time, okay? And it's a lot of things, you know. People can get rich, people can be people could get rich and be connected to a lower vibration. That's it. Like, just because people are rich does not mean that they're operating in a high vibration, okay? It's just, you know, in the sense of how people connect to certain deities, like the energy that people is connecting to. Yeah, you can get riches, fame, glory, and all of the stuff, but what you sacrificing? Like, you know what I mean? What you sacrificing? Your whole being, your whole self, your whole soul? Like, what? You know? So, yeah. So I guess you could say watch out for that. But I'm just saying, make sure that what you're doing is, again, spiritually connected. And what else? I think that's it. Okay. So, sending you guys lots of love and lots of light. Plant a plant this week, and I just heard money plant. Oh my gosh, thank you, Spirit. Okay, let me go back, because this is the reason why. Lord have mercy. They won't let me end this without speaking about it. Okay, so this morning when I was in connection with the answer, clearly still in connection, because they won't let me not talk about this. The evergreen tree popped in my head. Well, they gave me that message. I said, well, let me Google and see what the spiritual meaning of an evergreen tree is. Child, the spiritual meaning of an evergreen tree is that it makes it through anything. It does not wither in the winter time. It keeps going and it keeps growing, and it's like a energy of I guess you could say abundance. That's what I'm saying. It's like Spirit is like you can still be in this energy of abundance even at this time, no matter the conditions of which you're living in right now, or the environment of what's going on here, in which is going on right now. And so and now that made me think about another dream. I had a dream of God, and God was anointing the planet with oil. And oil is very thick, so it's almost like we're in the thick of things. But Spirit is also saying that I anoint this earth, I anoint the people in it. It's kind of like the energy of Spirit and God, I guess you could say, flexing and saying, if I say it's time for your blessings, no matter what is going on around you, those blessings are going to make it to you. No matter who is going through certain hardships, or if somebody is going through a dry season within their life, you're in the season of abundance. You know what I mean? Like, and we are in the energy of where the first shall be the last and the last shall be the first. So we are in the energy of a changing of guards. We are in the energy of a new age. We're stepping into a new age, and we're kind of like in this reconstruction period where Spirit is breaking down everything of the old way to build up for the new way. It's almost like a VHS, where you can rewind it and then go back and whatever. But yeah, so Spirit is just like that, like be like the evergreen tree. Go maybe light some evergreen candles or something like that. I'm just throwing stuff out there, because that's how I am. I'm fluid when it comes to like my spirituality, in the sense of when my ancestors drop something in my spirit, like I'm not a by the book. Oh, you can't do this, you're not supposed to do it. Like yes, I have respect and reverence for a lot of things, but what I'm saying is that there's a lot of DNA, there's a lot of ancestral knowledge that comes from within us that you're probably not going to hear that nowhere else, because my ancestors told me that. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Maybe light, and that's funny because my favorite candle smell, and it doesn't irritate me, is the smell of what is it called? It's that it's like, I guess you could, it's like evergreen. It's like that tree, that Christmassy smell, but it's the tree. It's not like a sweet smelling. I don't like anything sweet smelling. It's like that pine type smell. But anyway, so yeah, so Spirit is like, you're the evergreen, honey. Okay, you're the evergreen. Whatever it is that you're gonna do right now is blessed. So don't be sitting on it, because there's some leg work that needs to happen. So Spirit is like, don't sit on this. I done told you now. Now it's time to get it moving. All right, so get moving. Do the leg work. Stay focused, okay? And Spirit is still saying, some of y'all need to take some things off of the list. Some of y'all, it's too much. Find out the mission or the things. Do the things that Spirit drops in your spirit. That's it. Don't worry about what YouTube got going on. Don't worry about somebody else, what they got going on with this. So you have to get in contact with your honorable ancestors and Spirit. That Spirit connection right now should be A1. Okay, you should be able to close your eyes and connect, and you start getting them words, them downloads. You start getting them visions. Things start, even when you go to sleep, you start getting them dreams. Okay, but yeah. So, and they just gave me something else to talk about. I'm gonna do that in another video. Okay, sending y'all lots of love and lots of light. Peace.